Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another week of Tilted Table. We are joined by Ed Baraf, and we are playing his game on stream, and we are giving away a copy of that game. So, as I always say, it's a special week here on Tilted Table. I am Steve, aka Horses on Demand.
I'm Praveen, Hieroglyphics. I was just distracted by the very Mr. Rogers. You know.
I am wearing the Mr. Rogers Twitch cardigan.
That's actually how it's branded, the Mr. Rogers.
It is. This was for
Wait,
Mr.
really?
Rogers. Yeah. This was given away at the launch of Mr. Rogers Marathon.
The more you know.
Anyway.
Hi, I'm Slaughter, aka Slaughter.
And our special guest. Do you want to introduce yourself quickly?
Ed Baraf. I run Pencil First Games, and we did the Siblings Trouble and a number of other games.
Yes.
I also have a YouTube channel, Edo's Gaming with Edo, gaming reviews, that kind of thing.
So we are playing the Siblings Trouble. It is a, I guess, card/role-playing game? Or
Yeah,
how'd you
it's
describe it?
a cooperative, so we're going to be playing together.
Oh.
Card-driven storytelling game.
Awesome.
So a lot of storytelling's very Goonies-inspired. We're going to each be a kid going on an adventure to one of 4 locations.
That is perfect. That's I didn't
Was
think
that
of
what you're
it
in the
when
mood
I
for
looked at
tonight?
it. No. I mean, like, I looked at the box. I was like, this reminds me of a movie, but I couldn't quite put my finger
which
on
movie?
it. I just said Goonies.
Yeah.
Oh, I never actually seen the Goonies.
You never
Oh,
see
what?
so many problems.
I've seen
already.
clips. I've seen clips of it, and if I saw a GIF, I'm like, okay, that's from the Goonies.
Is anyone outside we can replace Steve with? He's
Yeah,
not allowed to play this game.
Olivia, are you here? Olivia?
But you were a child once.
I was a child. It's
All
just
right.
My family was just
Were
not
you?
into that.
No, that
You'll
that
find
you-
out when I have to roleplay one a human child. And I understand. So you've been on. This is your second time on stream. Last time we played.
We played Herbaceous and Sunset Over
Sunset
Water,
Over
right?
Water,
Yes.
Which went on to successfully kickstart
Nice.
and is fulfilling to backers in March, April, and then we'll be at retail. So that sort
Oh
of
my gosh.
moved through the cycle. For those who
And I
follow.
understand beyond the Siblings Trouble, of which there's only 2 copies left on Amazon, guys. Click the link below if you want those. That you have some other things coming out. Do you want to talk a little bit about what's coming out?
If I could, just sort of the beginning of the year for Pencil First Games. So I'm going to slide this aside for a second.
Maybe
first
a
one,
little closer. Is this the one?
yeah. So this is. I've got 3 things. Is that going to come up and show up there?
Yes,
will-
we'll tilt
Oh,
it.
tilt.
We know a lot about tilting here, and we will do
Yeah.
so.
So this is Heroes Welcome. This is the next up on Kickstarter. It's going to be on Kickstarter March 27th, which is a Tuesday. And Heroes Welcome's a lot of fun, designed by Marco Blanc, but it is a game where you play as goblin merchants. And
Just like in real life.
Just like in real life. And these heroes, they come out of the dungeon, and they've got tons of loot, right? They've got gems and gear. And you as goblin merchants, you buy it from them, and you pay them coins for their loot. And then after getting their loot and giving them money, you then sell them services for their money. And in that process, leave them completely broke and without anything. And then what they do is they head on back into the dungeon to go get more money, which you might expect. At the same time, you then take their stuff, you crush it down, and there's a crafting system in the game, and then you sell it to your eager customers, who are the monsters that then go into the dungeon to fight them.
Oh my
There's
god,
a
it's
little-
just like real
That's
life.
terrible.
Yeah.
We are terrible
no.
people.
Yeah. And it's tongue-in-cheek, but there's a little automated flow that happens, and then they come back out with more stuff, and you keep going through until they face the boss monster, and you wrap up the game.
Is
to
it
see who's the
co-op or is it competitive?
No, it's competitive, and it's sort of like a reverse worker placement game where the heroes are walking through town, and you're essentially taking them, drawing them into different shops, and when they use it, you close it, so you're sort of removing different abilities and spots from the
Got
board,
it.
and there's guilds and scam cards and things you can play, but it's really neat game where you just have fun.
It's like what the NPCs in D&D, any D&D
Yeah,
campaign
yeah.
are doing in the background.
So this one is the furthest along, and I think you might be able to just to give a sense of maybe it goes or is it, you got to flip it over. It's upside down. Then
Oh,
put the
so
lid
this
on.
is like ready to go.
It's very detailed, dude. It looks like there's a lot of pieces just from that.
Yeah, this is a bigger game. This
Okay.
is on the scale of probably Legendary Creatures, which is probably going to be a 60 to 90 minute experience. But it moves really quickly as you're playing through the roles of all the different goblin merchants. I'll leave everything in the boxes. Okay, so that one is March. Then, and this was as we walk away from in the time frame, we're going to see stuff that doesn't look nearly as finished. This is an herbaceous box, and it says sprouts on it. But herbaceous sprouts is, and I guess you could show this. herbaceous dice. It's actually a new original game that the same team that did Herbaceous and Sunset Over Water, Steve Finn design, Best Sobel, incredible art. And in this game, rather than having cards and your own, your personal garden and the community garden, here there's just a community garden in the center, and players are rolling dice and selecting tool cards that let them sort of manipulate the dice and try to take different plots, much like in Herbaceous where you have all the same, different pairs and that kind of things. We also introduced flowers as well, so that's always exciting.
Makes me think of D&D.
Yeah, of course.
Rip
Too soon.
flower. I know.
Wait, she came back. I thought.
She
There's
did.
a whole
She
plot
did,
line.
but
She did come back. Not the same though. She lost all her magic. Oh, I have a character named Flower in our D&D campaign.
Oh, that makes more sense now.
the
I
artist,
thought that was
is
just
final
arbitrary.
art?
No, it's coming along. It's not quite final, but it'll.
Looks-
Yeah, Beth Sobel is just a stellar artist.
So this one is March
March.
Kickstarter, and then how about this one?
This is looking like May.
May. Okay.
I try to. There's a lot of steps going into a Kickstarter, and you just need to be flexible. So May might become June.
Yeah.
All those things happen. That one's definitely set. The last one, which is gonna follow afterwards, is a game called Skull Hollow. And again, you go through that process here where things are a little
It's just
bit.
a bag now, guys.
Now it's just a bag. Though I could have put this in any box.
This is actually finished casing. This
But
is how it's gonna
yeah,
arrive.
this is Skull Hollow, but it's got a cool piece of art,
Oh,
right?
that's really nice.
Ooh. But in Skull Hollow, and then we'll clean all this up and play The Siblings Trouble, is a
Wow, that was perfectly timed.
Yeah. Thank you for the subscription.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh God! Wait, what happened?
Steve is.
I like how every time you're surprised that it's happened again.
I left my computer on, but it took it that long to connect.
Are we still on? Or are we?
We're still on.
Okay.
My computer. Sorry.
So,
I just heard my own voice and I was freaked out.
so in Skull Hollow, this game is a two-player, asymmetric. Take that game where one player is playing as a giant beast guardian,
Same.
and the other players are playing as a group of fox and heroes. So it's a one versus many sort of Shadow of the Colossus, where there's a bunch of small foxes. Where are they? Sorry, just opened it up. Here we go.
You're a small fox. Steve.
Yeah. Well, we got a table of foxes, but there they are.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, they're great. You have a bunch of.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, those are adorable.
Okay, move over pumpkins. We are now. Okay, I have to show those.
Yeah, sure. You're gonna have to get them close.
Move over
Hi.
pumpkins. We now
Hi,
have.
chat. Hi,
Little
Kirkham.
Hi, Cricket.
But then,
P2 NIA. Hello.
These are the guys you're facing off on.
Oh my gosh. Those.
All the pieces are really cool, actually.
Yeah. But what happens is, as you fight, it's like Shadow of the Colossus, where the foxes actually then jump up onto the creature board and have to move around the creature and disable the arms, and so it's this one versus many. It's this 30-minute fast game, and this is partnered with, designed by Keith Mateka, who designed Role Player. And if you play a lot of games, Role Player is a pretty awesome one. So anyway, very different games, all very different than The Siblings Trouble.
Yes.
This is following sometime after Sprouts.
Wow, so you just
That
have
is
like
what I
your
think it's
yearly
here.
schedule already in the works.
Well, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
don't,
I mean-
if you're running a business and you don't have your year plan,
I mean, this is
I
just
can't think a week ahead, so everything just flows
Okay.
your way.
this is just Q1 and Q2.
Sure.
At least on Kickstarter.
Hi.
Oh wow.
Oh, your wife and kids.
Oh, is it really? Where are they? How do you see them?
P2 and 1A.
Oh, hey! Yes, that's my family.
Well, I guess I will be on my best behavior.
And since my family's watching, I do need to make sure to mention that the idea, the inspiration for Skull Hollow came from Ethan, who's watching, and he just wanted a game with a really big monster, a bunch of little dudes. He originally thought it would be like one player versus like 10 other players, and I was like, maybe we can have one player play as all the foxes. So anyway, those are the games, and rather than sit and dwell on these, because we can play them some other time, let's talk
I hope
about
we do.
The Siblings Trouble.
I'm so excited for this. First time I saw this was on a YouTube series where
Oh, yeah.
out of Gen Con.
Tabletop Deathmatch. So
Yeah.
The Siblings Trouble was one of season 2 of Tabletop Deathmatch,
Really?
which is by Cards Against Humanity folks, and it's a board game Top Chef competition thing where you're on camera for a weekend, and you're working on the game, and you're talking to judges, and it was my reality TV moment. But so we didn't win, but we did well. We were in we were in the middle of the pack at the end. Because they did the whole like we're gonna like start eliminating people.
Wow.
And so they really let you know where you stood.
What was the sign off like?
Did you get voted off the island?
You lost the
They
game.
voted
No.
you off.
Well, what was crazy was at the time it was Gen Con. I had Liftoff, and it was live on Kickstarter. So I was running around doing the Liftoff stuff and the Siblings Trouble stuff, and it was pretty insane. And it was fun. A lot of those people I still know well, and some of them I don't.
Ooh.
Everyone who beat
They
me.
didn't come there to make
No.
friends. They came there to win.
No,
That's why it's
no.
called Deathmatch.
That's
They actually didn't make it out.
They actually,
by the
yeah.
way.
They actually.
Oh gosh.
This one stood out to me though. It used to be in like a cool like book or something. That's
Yeah,
what I
so
remember out of it.
I actually didn't bring it. The Kickstarter edition was in a book box, and this is the actual retail. So anyone who gets it from Amazon, as you mentioned, and if you can't get it there, I probably have like 20 more in my garage that might be available. But this game's sold out.
So just
But-
show up at
And
my
just a
house.
reminder, you can win a copy of this game. Stick around to the
Yes.
end, and we will be giving it away.
So to jump in, so is it the four of us will be playing here?
Yeah.
We are- yes, we
we
are
are
the-
gonna do Valentine's Day streams.
Oh wait,
Oh,
okay,
that's
we have a
fantastic.
special.
And happy Valentine's Day to Emily.
Yeah.
And-
Hello, we have a
Yeah, happy
special
You
Valentine's
guys
Day.
box.
we stole your.
Yeah,
you
we
for
are your
Valentine's
guys'
Day.
Valentines.
So your wife is watching, and you're here on Valentine's Day.
Yes, we did have lunch together, which was nice.
Oh, that's
There you
good. So I have this box that I have not opened yet from Penguin.
There's a lot of slaughter on
Hopefully
it.
it can't. Yeah, my
Slaughtering was
name's like
done.
all over it. The guy at the front desk at Twitch knows who I am because I'm pretty sure my last name just sticks out whenever
He
I.
knows my name too. He knows everyone's name.
He's such a sweetheart.
He's great.
Yeah, he's really
Um,
good. He like pings me on Slack when I have.
He does
packages.
too.
I get emails.
He calls me sir. I'm like, you must not know me. And you're like, it's like the only time everyone calls me something like formal. I'm like, woohoo.
Better
But
he thinks you're like
It's just
60 years
full
old.
of peanuts, and I peeked in, but otherwise I don't know what's in here, so it's gonna be a surprise for everyone.
Changing
Well,
turn
last
up,
time I was
hello.
here, we had macaroons. Whoa.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh
Okay.
my god. Oh, there you go.
Ian, Praveen.
Now we have to incentivize Ian to come back.
We'll be like, Ian, we have a thing for you,
Oh my
citizen.
God, citizen.
Oh wow.
I like how citizens barely fit on too. Just
Mine's
squeezed
pink.
in. Wait, did these just come today? That's so
These
perfectly
came
timed.
yesterday.
Oh.
That's a weird spelling
still
for
perfectly
slaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's
Must be
Case?
someone else.
Spoiler alert.
Oh.
Oh, I'm extra special, guys.
Rampant sexism on this stream, clearly.
Oh, Raven got one, guys.
I'm like Ravine. I'm like, it's spelled wrong.
There wasn't
Oh
enough
my
room
God.
for your full name.
She'll
Just Raven.
love that guy. She had a really bad day, so I'll bring her a cookie tomorrow. Oh, wait, I'm
Jordan.
not here. Someone else has to bring her a cookie.
I'll bring her
Should
the
I
cookie.
shape these like a heart?
I don't know where she
messed
sits now,
up.
Steve.
is
I'm
this-
yellow.
I know where she sits. I'll be here.
I haven't met him.
Yeah,
There's more in there.
I can
Okay.
drop it.
I also like that they use the biodegradable packing peanuts. It's been like my new thing, Patrick.
These
This
are
is
biodegradable.
This is
Yes.
everyone
These are these
in
the edible ones?
existence.
you could in theory. I think they're
Are they, like,
non-toxic.
colored?
They dissolve in water.
Oh, I screwed up. You can't even see the
I
heart.
just keep finding
That's
more.
Joel, wow,
Holy crap.
Penguin, this is so nice of you.
Oh my god, penguin. Oh, there's Steve.
You could be the other Steve.
Oop, I'm gonna lose peanuts. I don't know if there's more in here.
There's one in there that says board game bully.
Oh right, I forgot about board game bully. Wait, I found one. Yeah, there it is. There's charms.
Charms. Wow.
That's
I'm
literally.
losing peanuts.
What are we missing? No, that's everyone.
I've also
I
eaten
think
one of
that's
those,
everybody.
and they do dissolve in your mouth.
The packing peanuts?
Yes.
You
Really?
ate a packing peanut?
Yes.
Is
They're
that like?
they're
Okay,
biodegradable.
I think I
Is
got
that
them all.
like Tide Pods version 1?
Yes, except like it doesn't actually kill you. It's like non-toxic. Well, there you go.
It's good to
Thank
know.
You, penguin. You
Thank
can definitely
you.
You've
have
been
one of
snacking
mine.
on that, Emily?
Apparently, I have two. So.
Yeah, you can be Kate or Steve. Wow, I have a purple one and a yellow. I like the yellow.
Yellow's cool.
I totally
Amazing.
love the pink.
When you hand these out,
You
let
can
me
have.
throw
I have two
Jordan's.
apparently if you want one.
Yeah, you can be yellow
Jordan.
Kate.
You can be Yellow Kate.
I'll have one of these.
That sounds like a pirate's name.
Yellow Kate. Yellow Kate.
I'm hungry enough to eat a cookie right now.
It's like a main boss.
Take pictures.
Oh, you're right.
We should take a picture of all of them together.
You're like, yeah.
Oh my god.
Hold on, I'll do it.
Tweet it out.
These are so cool, Penguin.
Thank
you
you.
so much. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
It's the greatest day of my life.
I don't know. Garlic salt on the peanuts would be pretty good. You
A little
if you
chili
guys don't
powder,
know-
some lime.
Yeah, if you don't
I
have
love how it's
garlic
like-
salt at home, get some garlic salt. You can
We have
use
lots
that
of
in
salt
everything.
just in the room here. No garlic.
Omnipresent. Garlic salt is definitely like
Oh,
a
see,
cooking
I got
staple.
two
It's like I don't
'cause
really know how to make
Penguin
this
loves
taste
me.
good. I'm just gonna pour a
Pour
bunch
some
of
garlic
this
salt.
on.
That's is that your go-to?
My go-to is literally just chicken breast and garlic salt. That's just
You
That's
you
all
probably
they
like a
can throw on
boneless
some-
skinless chicken
yeah.
breast.
Yeah.
You probably like pan fry it and it's like dry and rubbery and you're like.
No, you can throw some lemon pepper on that. That's pretty good too.
that and some white rice, like just
Oh.
totally plain white rice.
Do you do that?
Delicious.
Is that
No,
really?
Can I eat this now?
No, I've never done that.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
sounds-
yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. Now we actually get
Can you pass me your ravens? I'm gonna take a picture.
yay for Raven.
Yes.
Okay, so
Shall we begin?
the sibling trouble. Thank you so much, Penguin. We really appreciate this.
I
Oh.
super appreciate it.
And my mom says hi.
Hi, Kate's
Slaughter's
mom.
Hi, Slaughter's mom. Is she in there?
Hi, mom. No, she will not make a Twitch account every time I'm like.
Slaughter's mom, I just want to take 20 seconds to explain. We would love to have you in chat. You can make a screen name called Slaughter's Mom. We would all love it. I think everyone in chat would love to talk to you and ask you questions.
Also,
You should really consider it.
if you make an account, you can subscribe for free with Twitch Prime.
I don't think she has Twitch.
You should also consider making a livelihood of streaming on Twitch. I've heard that's very. You can be very successful at it.
Yeah, put your master's degree to use, mom.
Yeah, get a real job.
What's your master's in?
Environmental science.
Perfect fit.
Or I probably waste management, environmental science. I don't remember. She's gonna correct me on my phone.
She'll have to sign up for
You
chat. to
correct her
correct
in
you.
the chat
Right?
now.
You can't correct me, mom. I'm not looking at my phone.
Got him.
Okay. The siblings trouble. Walk us through this game.
All right. So,
Let me get these.
as I mentioned, the Siblings Trouble is a cooperative storytelling game, and it's got this great box with cool stuff on the inside.
Yes.
I
I love boxes like that.
Start laying it out, and inside we had actually a little backstory on the game. This was I designed this with Andy Ashcraft and Kim Robinson, and a number of artists worked on the game. And we had this like sort of how to be a storyteller section, and then the rules, and then we have all the goodies inside. So I'm gonna probably have to stand here and
Jordan,
we
can you
figure out.
also link the video of the tabletop deathmatch? Is that what it was called?
That's a series of it. You're welcome to. That's
yes,
a series
the
of
one,
videos.
There was a video that actually Jordan
Yeah.
linked us earlier today.
Now I looked at this compared to the tabletop deathmatch, and there's a lot that's happened since.
Oh,
Tabletop
for sure. I mean,
Deathmatch,
that
'cause
was-
that was in early development. At that
Yeah, very early development. We took feedback from actually the show and did a number of other things. Ooh. So let me just get everything out of the box here and split up correctly. We can get started. Whoa.
Environmental management, as she corrected
Oh, you
me.
picked up your phone. Ooh.
I went.
She baited you.
Look, guys, you try to
Debated.
ignore your mom.
Utter silence. Everyone's like, yeah.
I have
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
comments.
Steve is really good at storytelling games. Not sure of sarcasm.
Hey, my mom has a Twitch account.
What was the name of that clown in Gloom?
I was like, she could even use my
Mr.
sister's
Giggles.
Mr. Giggles. We have played Gloom on stream before and got really
The
into the
first run
storytelling.
of Gloom was just an all-time great moment on this stream. Everything went right. We had a psychotic ghost clown,
That's
just
everything
ridiculous
going right?
laughter. We tilted Ian out of existence on this stream.
Yeah, he has not come back.
All right, so there's a lot of stuff that I'm pulling out here, but actually once we get into the flow, it moves pretty smoothly. I'm going to hand a reference card to everybody, or at least to you three. You probably would
Got
have
it.
heard
I was
from
like,
me
if
that
you
one.
need one.
You know,
No,
I'm
you
sad to
probably
say
do.
I haven't played this game in a little bit, but I'm looking forward to it. So to start, all right. So we are the siblings Trouble, and we need to pick our characters. So there are a couple different characters to select.
Wait, I want to be randomly assigned. I don't want to have a choice, just so I can get into it.
I want to pick like the
All right, easy.
Or
weirdest
you get
one.
the last one.
So
Yes, that's true. We could do that too.
here, your mischief.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
yes.
That
Uh,
is like.
Rivian.
This is literally. I go through life with this exact expression on my face.
So then we
My
have
mom is triggered. She's like, oh yeah, he does.
we have adventure, mayhem, and danger left to select from.
Can I win
Mayhem,
your mom?
adventure, and danger.
Can I win your mom over if I say go Buckeyes?
No, because we live in Cleveland. We like the Cavs.
The
Go
Buckeyes
Cavaliers.
are Ohio State. The Ohio
We don't
State
care.
University.
Do you get both, or you pick one of the two?
You're gonna pick one. You have to pick one character, and then you can pick.
What am I? I think I'm danger.
Danger.
You think you're dangerous?
Fun
Steve.
fact.
I can think I'm anything, right?
Steve
My
Danger's hero.
son Ethan, Danger's his middle name. He looks a little like this.
Wait,
Wait, is it
literally?
literally his middle name?
Literally.
No, like
isn't it?
literally.
Literally. Like the proper use of the word literal. And then my
That's
other son,
awesome. That's so.
Evan.
Mom, you screwed up.
His middle name's Adventure.
What?
What?
That's an even cooler
What?
middle name. No
What?
offense to the other child.
No,
They're
see,
both-
I disagree on this. I think
I like
Danger is-
danger, Steve. And then you know you put in shock quotes. Like, don't isn't that in shock quotes? You're like, no. Here's my birth certificate.
You say the same thing about adventure.
Well, so would you like to be mayhem or adventure?
Well, now I want to be adventure.
I was gonna say like I think you would be adventure anyway, Slaughter.
Thanks.
So I'll be mayhem then. So pick one of them, and then pass me the other card.
I literally have a Punisher shirt just like this.
Do you really?
I had it like growing up. Yeah. Yes,
Awesome.
This isn't me.
It's when you were a kid, even.
I don't
It
know
was
why
on the
this.
side.
The picture really reminds me of the guy from like one of the gorillas from the band. I can't remember.
The
his name.
cartoon. They have like
Yeah.
isn't like their cover like that kind of
Yeah,
thing?
the art style is similar, but like one of them looks very similar to that character.
I'm gonna show it.
And so everyone
Yes.
gets their card, and you'll notice your special ability is on the back. So
Tell me if I'm
generally
good.
speaking, you probably
Oh
get
shoot! I have a
card with
special
that.
ability.
You do. You even get your own die. So you get a die, and you
Oh.
get
Did you get a die?
My special ability is risky.
yeah, you take a risky move.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh my
And-
god, this is perfect. Fast hands. I get the treasure. This is just like that D&D episode where I demanded payment and refused to tell anyone else that I had it.
Yeah,
That's-
you were a very odd wizard. Just saying.
That's in real life
True.
and in D&D.
And so we're all siblings. We're the siblings trouble, if it were. And we are going to be going on an adventure. And the first thing we need to do is pick the adventure. So there's a couple different places we can go to. We have the Hillside Cave. We have the Mystic Waters.
Do we only get to pick one, and that's like we're locked in, or do we get a?
Well, this time.
Okay.
Actually, this game, you'll see, of all the cards that are out here, we're only going to use probably 15 of them.
Okay.
And then the rest is set aside, so it's meant to be something you can replay and play differently
Nice.
again and again and again. But, so, we have, and I don't know that I'm doing this particularly well. For we have
Well, I mean, I think just reading it's
okay,
fine.
Hillside Cave, Mystic Waters, the Abandoned Junkyard, and the Ancient Forest.
Okay,
I'm voting for the Ancient Forest.
I was gonna say abandoned junkyard.
Abandoned Junkyard, Ancient Forest, what do you think?
Ooh, Ancient Forest.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm fine with
Sorry,
that.
Steve. But I'm adventure, and I feel like that's where.
I mean, I'm dangerous, so like being in the junkyard sounds pretty dangerous.
So we're going to set
Yeah,
up
I might
this.
get tetanus.
I
That's
do
exactly
not
what
have a
I was gonna
tetanus.
say.
I have not gotten my tetanus shot.
And so now that we're about to get into playing, what we're going to do, and this is on the inside of the box, is set up the adventure deck. So what this game does is
cool.
you're going to build a deck of cards that sort of propel the story that you then contribute to. And so the first card that goes down on the table is at the end of the adventure.
The back of that card is beautiful, by the way.
I mean,
Yeah.
Can you
Korean
show that?
people,
It's like-
one.
Yes, it's
Beautiful.
everything from the color scheme to just the actual artwork. It's
It
really
looks
pretty.
like one of those like mid-century, like go out into nature kind of PSA.
The travel posters.
Yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's just beautiful.
so what we're going to do, and I just want to make sure I get this right, but we have the adventure home. Then we're going to put the boss in. Above the boss, we're going to put path card, and then we're going to shuffle up these location cards, not the entrance.
And in the inside, it basically tells you how to lay out each of the
Yeah,
cards.
it's just a quick reference to the sequence. And you can make it, I think I assume these are shuffled. I probably shouldn't have, but.
Would you like me to shuffle the others?
Yeah, just, I don't remember if they're in order or not, but. And for shorter and longer games, there's some suggestions on how you can manipulate the deck as you construct it, but this is sort of the basic version. So I have a location card.
It's actually not just the ending card either. I like that all of these are very just like I love that these are. It looks like those notebooks that everyone
Composition
had.
notebook.
Yeah. growing up.
It really came together. So this is the big secret. Again, there's just one big secret, so we're going to put it in. And then we're going to set all these adventure homes, all the big secrets, those all get taken out. So each game is going to have a different secret, a different sequence, a different combination. I put that in, following along, location card, where 2 more paths, and the entrance. Okay, so this is now, I guess I'll put it over here still. It's going to be a long reach for some people. Over here.
That's fine.
So this is now our adventure deck. We're going to start at home. And then actually, as we play, we have access to a lot of this stuff now. In starting at home, I'm going to give everybody an object in their backpack.
And this is secret?
It's secret for the moment. The first thing we're going to do is you're going to reveal it and tell what it is and how you got it and why you have it. And then we're going to get started. But then we're going to leave them out here for access later. We're going to have the epic treasures out for access later. In case we need more location cards from this location, they stay out. That's mine. And then there are the path cards. So I now have set up the deck. We have all the tokens laid out. This is a 4-player game, so we will set this one aside. I can get rid of these, get rid of the box. That die goes over there. Was a black die. There's the black die. And I think that's that. Great. All right. So, as I was saying, the Siblings Trouble is a storytelling game. And what we're going to be doing is going around the table, taking turns, telling the story. And what we're going to start is, anyone, you want to go first? You go first. You
Sure.
comfortable going first? Tell a story about us being at home and starting off on this adventure, and you're going to bring something. You tell a story about what you're going to bring. I'm going to go, you'll go, we'll go around, and then we're going to head off.
Okay.
And then, basically, as we head off, on your turn, you're going to draw a card. The entrance card has to do with finding and discovering the entrance. And what you'll do in this game is you're going to pull a card to yourself and read it, and it's going to give you some instructions on how to interact or talk about it. And you're not supposed to read the text on the card out loud. You're supposed to think about it and tell the story. Everything in this game is about the story. So, for example, if you get a +1 token, you're not getting a +1 token. Something good has happened. You found something, and this is represents something that you're going to tell in your story. So a lot of creativity having to go on today. As we progress, there'll be path cards, location cards, treasure cards. Path cards are in 2 categories. Let me see if I'll go from the bottom. One is an event, a fungus among us. And it'll say choose 1 or 2, take 2 negative star tokens, or explain how the fungus spreads to the other kids and give each one of them a negative 1 star token. So either you take 2 or you spread it out. But you're going to tell that story. You're not going to read that text. The other thing that might come up, and there's good events and bad events, sort of what you might expect, or maybe not. The other thing is you can get to a location. A location has the die symbol for the black die. And what you're going to do is, this is a burial ground, so we might get to a burial ground. You're going to tell the story of getting to it. You're going to talk about it, and then you'll roll the dice. Now, if the boss has been revealed, which happens later, most of them do something special, but ignore that if it hasn't. Otherwise, you roll the die, and based on the roll, different things can happen. That is on the reference card you guys have.
Got it.
And you can draw a treasure card or draw a path card. Some might be use the text on the card, that kind of thing. But if you draw a treasure card, you're not drawing a treasure card, you're looking at it and saying how you found that thing. So we're going to have these. The creature, let's go to the deck, one of the decks you didn't use, so we don't spoil anything. So these creatures are, all of the location cards are creatures. So the Riddler in the dark, the handsome troll, the gnarly spider, the dumb troll. And we have to face them. And when we face them, they have a star value. It's a meet it or beat it. So when you face a monster, you're going to roll your die, and if you meet or beat that number, you succeed. Really important. Succeeding does not mean kill. It can. You can absolutely kill the dumb troll, but you might trick the dumb troll or befriend the dumb troll or whatever you want. All it means is your story can pass this character. There might be a treasure reward at the end, or most of them have text that if you incorporate that text into your story, you get a bonus. So in the context, explain just how dumb the troll is to reduce the dumb troll's star rating by 1. So in your story, if you incorporate it, it's not, one of the things for people playing this game is like, well, but that just means I get a bonus. Well, of course I'm going to do. Yeah, of course you're going to do. We're telling a story. That's the point, right? So it's lightweight. But that's how you do that. Last bit, if you need help, you can ask for siblings' assistance. They join in. If you miss your roll or if you fail, you get sent home.
Oh.
Or not sent home. You somehow get trapped or knocked out or taken home. Your next turn, you have to explain how you got back to the party. If at any point all 4 of us are home, mom and dad are like, that's it, doors closed,
Dang.
you're done.
Do your homework.
You'll notice on the dice there's star ratings, there's your special ability, and there's this fun symbol, which is the epic fail symbol. If you roll this,
Which one? Oh, the one where it's like on its side.
yeah,
Okay.
you can't use dice. You just have to tell about how you totally botched whatever just happened, and when you epic fail, other people can come to assist, and if they epic fail, then they can assist, and everyone can chain into it. But then maybe everyone's gonna lose. I think that's basically it. We can get started, and if we hit some bumps along the way, we'll
Yeah.
just.
One quick production thing. We want to put the camera on the table and just have it in the shot a little bit so people can see. We've heard a few comments about the cards.
Yeah,
What does the
people wanna
camera on the
see
table
all
mean?
Do you wanna?
Oh, you know.
Or you can hand them to Ravine when you're
Yeah,
talking
I can
about
show them whatever. you want to do.
Also, I could grab the document camera and we can just swap it out and just do one card at a time. It's right at my desk.
I'm gonna eat this cookie.
Just hand them to Ravine.
I can't
Okay.
get the cookie open.
Kid had like a moment
We're
of
not
just
moving this car.
immediate triggering, like, no.
I can open it if you want.
What's up? This,
Yes, please.
try to move this a little closer.
Yeah, you can adjust whatever you want.
For me, it's just gonna be a little bit.
I mean, I'm horrified that you would consider blocking the gorgeousness of my upper shoulder with that camera.
There goes our viewers. Huh? Okay.
I know, right?
Tilt it up a little bit more.
That's all I know how to do, Jordan.
I know. Turn up the tilt.
You
We
can
can move
see
it closer.
It's tilted by like the camera.
There we go. That's good. That's a good start.
Says Steve as he immediately like
Destroys
shakes the
it, yeah.
entire thing.
Okay, it's a little better. It's how you guys we're gonna get, guys, just because we'll put the cameras.
Anytime we draw a card too, I'll hold it up and give you guys
Yeah.
a clear
Well,
look
after
at it.
after
pretty
people
good.
have revealed it, because
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
awesome, and I think it'll be fine. Hopefully,
yeah,
the story.
it's a storytelling, guys.
It's mostly a storytelling.
It's a
I actually did have one actual gameplay question. The special abilities were not explained
Oh,
because
you're right. So 2 things happen. Your special ability. Once per game, you have this token, and you say, "I use my special ability," but you don't say, "I use your special ability." You say, "I have fast hands," and you tell that bit. So everyone gets a freebie. Other than that, it's when you rolled on your die,
Okay,
and all the special abilities let you do something and then re-roll,
gotcha.
and so you might have lots of fast hands. And we'll see, but the distribution of our dice is a little bit different.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have up to 5.
What's your lowest number?
1.
Okay.
I
So
don't
I
have a
start
one.
at 2 and I go to 4.
Yeah, you're in the mid.
I have
You're
2,
dependable.
3.
Who's the most? So the most extreme is.
Oh, I don't
1 to
have a
6,
3.
right? But like,
He's the most extreme in that he's got the high number is a 5, and then he has the 1.
1.
appropriate for danger.
Exactly. So, but let's jump in. So it's Sunday afternoon,
Right.
and we're gonna head on out because mom and
Because
dad
adventure has said so.
they went to a big gala last night, and they're still passed out in bed, and we're ready to go. So you can tell us what you're gonna bring when we're heading outside.
Sure. So I found the forest, and I'm like, guys, we gotta go check this out. It's gonna be super awesome. And to prove that I brought it, found a forest.
Last time you said something was super awesome, it wasn't so super awesome.
Look, I even found a magic stick. Okay.
He's got to show it.
I'm gonna say it says a magic stick, but that's clearly like half a tree. It's just like carrying like a 400-pound branch.
Yeah, it's
She
about
says it's
half,
magic.
half the size of me, and I'm like, guys, I promise, it's magic, and it's from this magic forest
What's
that
it
I
do?
found. I don't know yet.
Steve,
Magic
it's
stick.
magic.
It's a
What
magic
didn't you
stick.
get about that?
I just have
Well,
a feeling,
listen.
guys.
If we're gonna go out to this forest, it's far away, I'm sure. And last time it was pretty boring, but maybe it won't be this time. I'm gonna bring my boombox, because we gotta have some jams.
We're gonna be those kids in the forest.
Yeah, I got
Oh, no.
like 20 D batteries along for the ride, and apparently a Slurpee.
You've got your
Yeah.
20D batteries. I'm trailing like a 300-foot extension cord.
No, we just got. That's cool. I can carry it.
It comes with a soda too, just so
Yeah.
you know you're stocked up.
Yeah.
Well, I would say just in case we get into trouble this time, I have something to protect us. I'm bringing a spray bottle
You don't
we
really
can
sound
use
like
it.
danger.
so we can use it to ward off anything that may approach us.
Ghosts.
Should I
Ghosts
show?
don't like water, right?
Correct.
Nothing special about this. Literally a spray bottle.
We don't know that.
It could be a magic spray bottle.
Well, we have the magic stick.
So,
From the
as I
Magic
saw
Archives.
my sister, I forget the character's name. I saw
Adventure.
Adventure
Adventure.
wandering out in the woods. I knew she was gonna get trapped. I knew danger with this spray bottle and the boombox. This was all just gonna be a giant problem for us. And Mischief, for once in her life, she was like, "Mom, Dad, I'm gonna do you proud." So she goes into her closet, gets the thing that matters most, the superhero cape. She's just like, boom. It's time to go, kids. She runs out of the door and sprints after them into the woods, just ready to protect everyone. Ready to go to town on some trolls.
No, it's fantastic. She can also talk in the first person as well. You are her.
Okay. I talk
Yeah, you
about,
got- you
I
got-
actually go through life talking in third person, so
It's
All right,
true.
It's true. So, it's your turn. You
All
draw
right.
this.
I draw this, and then I.
And that was a path card?
That's the entrance
Oh,
card.
entrance card. Okay, okay. Is
So
there only
Chris-
one?
Entrance
Yes. Okay.
per adventure.
Oh, okay.
So I obviously know how to get in there. So I am following the trail of Cheerios they left along the way. Somehow, only half of them got eaten by rodents, so we're like most of the way there. But eventually we saw it because my magic stick led us there.
half of
you-
them were Honey Nut
could you
Cheerios
use-
and the other half were the whole wheat. Rodents are like, not for me.
You could use pebbles next time, maybe.
Well,
Is this
but
like a
Pebbles,
Hansel
like-
and Gretel thing? Because I've read that story and I'm very uncomfortable.
Well, there's 4 of us. So.
It's,
But
and we
I
have
found the
cake.
entrance, guys. I told you it was magic. Look at it. It's magic because it looks like that.
Ooh.
So,
Very prettiful.
well, you're picking up your leftover Cheerios, and you shouldn't be eating them like.
Yeah.
But,
No, I'm giving them to Mayhem along the way.
Girls gotta eat.
well, you know, I told you if you left like Cheerios everywhere, other people would start littering too. And as we walk into this ancient forest, we bump into this gigantic pile of garbage. Just man-made, terrible, and it's just like
Someone littered in our magic forest?
they might have followed the Cheerios. And
Man, we
left-
just got into the forest too.
and is that a Cheerio box in that garbage pile?
Maybe. I don't get a whole box. I just have one of those Ziploc bags my mom gave me.
So, I don't mind a little, finders keepers, right? So I'm just gonna look in this pile.
Go find more Cheerios.
I am a
We're
little
not eating
hungry.
any. Well, sort of peering into the trash.
Mom and Dad didn't feed us this morning. We need food.
Here's a half-eaten cookie. I see this really gloriously shiny stone. It's just like, it's like this is magic. Compare this to your stick. And I take that shiny stone and I.
Oh my god.
What?
Ooh, shiny. And
We're rich, guys.
Let's go see if we can find some more.
Okay, and I just saw the next
Yep. Just grab next.
Oh no. So close.
And if you're confused, let me know.
Okay. So I pull us down the path more. I've actually want to fill my spray bottle with some of the magic water from the forest. and we continue kind of past the waterfall and into a dark area, and we come into a clearing, and we find ancient ruins. It's a
What?
big stone facade with kind of engraved in a big staircase. What is that?
That means you get we bump into one of these.
And as okay, and as we approach the ruins,
I didn't like Praveen's look. I don't know what it is, but it's just. Or sorry, maybe
I caught a glimpse of the card and I was just like,
I don't know how to say this.
can you not pronounce the word,
I
or you
can't.
don't know
So
the story?
we hear. So on the right side of this building, next to Cardstone, there's a giant bush that starts rattling, and we look over, and I can't
can
say that.
Just call
Oh,
it
okay.
a
A
dinosaur.
bird dinosaur.
Yeah. You don't have to. Don't worry.
That's how
Hops.
Danger would say.
Yeah, you're a little kid.
Hops out, stares at us, and screams. Obviously looking for food, which is very apropos as we are all hungry and have not yet eaten yet today.
Because our parents are
roll?
hungover and sleeping.
So this is now an encounter. If anyone wants to.
I'm going
And
to try to pronounce it. Deinonychus.
Bird
Deinonychus.
dinosaur.
It's a bird dinosaur.
This is an ancient forest we're in here. I'm totally freaked out.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
And I just roll now, right?
Yeah. So well, whenever you roll, right? Let's see what you do as you roll. So roll and see what the result is.
So I would say, should I roll and
You
then
should
say?
roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
And sorry to break the narrative.
Yeah.
After you roll, you can decide whether or not you want to use any of your items.
Got it.
If you do, you get the bonus
Ah.
here, and then you can get an additional bonus if you.
I have to get rid of it though, right?
Yes, you're
Okay.
using
Got
it.
it. Okay.
But you might not have to. You might
So,
not.
Okay.
and I just want, so this thing's like a beast because you need to get a 5 on it.
Yeah.
Well, 4 since we're hungry.
Oh.
Someone was really hungry in our story,
Yeah. So yes.
so I need to
What?
get 4. Thank you.
He didn't get any of the Cheerios.
So I pull out my spray bottle.
Wait, are you using your spray bottle?
Oh, I
You
guess
can
I
just
would.
fictionally use it without explaining it.
Okay.
And I kind of wave it back and forth like I may have seen in a movie. And then I pretend to throw it off in the distance, and the bird dinosaur takes off running after it, and I run the other way and kind of pull you guys along with me
Awesome.
past the ruins.
Cool. So that was successful.
All right.
That was a good roll. Thank you.
We're like, oh,
Thank
the
you,
first thing we
Jesus.
run into is a dinosaur.
And a
What is the
5.
ancient forest?
This is true.
As Danger leads us off into the distance, I say, no, not this way. This doesn't seem like a good idea. I really don't like it, because he didn't notice, but the bird dinosaur had actually emerged from that direction, and he
Man,
just led us
Danger.
right into the
Capital
into
D
danger. So we
That's what I do.
sprint out of the bushes. Danger's just charging ahead. He's not looking forward, and he runs right into a giant triceratops. It's just this big hulking monstrosity, and he just stares there dumbfounded. What the
Are we?
We have an expert in chat that says it's Deinonychus.
Deinonychus.
I was almost close.
Bird dinosaur.
We'll call this Hornface.
Multi-horn face.
That's my nickname.
Okay, so literally, okay.
Oh.
I sprint forward, trying to save Danger from the clutches of the Triceratops, but unfortunately, I get tangled up in my cape, and instead of jumping, grabbing him, and taking him to the ground with me as I had intended, I actually fly up and land right on the Triceratops' face,
On the
and
horns.
the horns go through the cape. I can't get down. I'm trapped, and I'm just screaming, "Help me!"
All right. Well, I'll jump in. Oh no! Oh no! But wait,
That is 2 epic fails.
it is. But
Two.
So I run in to help you, and like my feet get caught in your cape, and I'm like, why'd you bring this cape? What's going on? But I then am super tricky, and I'm going to use this. And I spin around, grabbing the cake. Now, unfortunately, as I like yank it, it just like pushes you into like a big bush of brambles, and so you get a little injured, and I'm sorry about that.
Worth it.
But now I've got this cape, and I get to reroll and not get that fail again. All right.
Oh.
So I swing. I've got the cape, and I start, and I'm like, and the Triceratops is looking, and I'm like over here and over there, put in front of you for a second, put it back, and then boom, and he runs off in the direction of the bird dinosaur.
Okay, we cannot run into these. Like,
We have a treasure roll. And this is a reroll right now. Awesome. And so he darts off, and notice behind where he was, deep in his burrow, like there's like when a deer sleeps in the woods, it's like that kind of thing in there. I noticed a little technology because I like technology. I got a boombox.
somehow that's been on this adventure. So.
Yeah, well, I haven't gotten to use it, but now I also found this handheld game.
What?
And it is rad. It is awesome. And I'm excited.
Ready
So,
for anything.
Ready for anything. So, you survive.
Oh,
He gets put over here.
I don't know what I would have done if I had to do my homework.
Yeah. This was used, and it is your turn.
So, am I drawing the big secret?
You are drawing the big secret. So here's what's going to happen. You're
Okay.
going to take this.
Okay.
That's yours. And then you're going to take this,
Okay.
and you're going to take this.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my god. What am I doing?
And then if you read the card, it will tell you that you're going to sort of tell a little...
Rigged. Rigged that adventure would get the big secret.
I mean, it was my idea.
It's
I
true.
have been here before.
Oh, have you?
And you didn't steer us away from the bird.
Yeah, I was gonna
dinosaur
say,
and the
like-
Triceratops.
You knew if we knew there were dinosaurs, we wouldn't come on this trip.
Exactly. Okay. Alright, so you know how yesterday Mom took me to the library, and
A likely story.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that ice cream on your face. The library.
That's just what she says when she wants to have special time.
yeah, because I'm her favorite, obviously.
Obs.
But no, the library is what I'm supposed to tell you. So we went to the library and we took the bus, because Mom was hungover again.
This is quickly turning into a tragedy.
No
But there
wonder
was
we're
this
running
lady-
around this ancient.
There's this lady on the bus who mentioned that there's treasure here, and so I had to check it out for myself yesterday. And all these big dinosaurs, I couldn't really do it myself. And I know, like, Mayhem, you're kind of scared of lizards and stuff. So I thought you wouldn't want to come, but we needed you because you're good with gadgets and stuff. So I didn't tell you about the dinosaurs. But there's treasure, guys.
So there are other dinosaurs, or like those two dinosaurs? Because we dealt with those two dinosaurs.
There's more dinosaurs. There's a really big one.
What treasure is it? Why are we?
Yeah.
I don't know what treasure it is.
No.
I just know there is treasure, guys. The lady said there's treasure. She was trying to be secret about it.
So was it just Mom that was hungover, or was there a little? You have a little something too.
I don't know what they put in the ice cream. It was from, I don't know, the breakfast cereal. What is that? The slow cone ice cream?
What?
Never mind. So what do I do with these?
So you reveal the boss. You reveal the creature.
Oh, I reveal the creature.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh gosh. Oh.
Put the boss back in the deck and add a fear counter to it.
You show it to the.
Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
So-
it's just a
and
Tyrannosaurus
the treasure
Rex.
too.
I have to show the treasure?
So the treasure is being protected by this guy, or
Well, what if I want it to be a secret?
that you can. That's fine.
Okay.
So, but
If it's like, if it's
true,
if it's like the box of cereal, if the whole thing is just like a ruse to get your box of cereal back, can I just say I'll be very upset.
She
So-
really likes the Honey Nut Cheerios.
I just think it'll be more fun if you see it
Okay,
after.
I agree. Okay, I'm okay with that.
So the T-Rex has been revealed. We know about it, him, her. Maybe it's a her, but they're not near it. Anytime though, on one of those location cards, you see one of these the skulls.
Oh, okay. It's
Or if you roll it, you then have to describe how even more scary that guy is, and we're gonna keep adding them on, and he'll get stronger and stronger until we face him. And the final battle is like a team battle. So, well, it's not like news
Hi.
that you were
Kiwi
keeping
Rob,
things-
hello.
Oh, hello.
Welcome.
The name font, that color is perfect for Kiwi Rob.
Yeah, we like that.
All right, so. All right. We dealt with the bird dinosaur. I did my bull magic, and now we're gonna have to,
I'm very proud of you, Mayhem.
thank you, face off and find this Triceratops because you're mom's favorite, and she's gonna be upset because you'll be upset. I can't stand the crying. And so let's keep moving. And I'm playing the music, and I'm sort of got an Alina on one hand, and I'm like trying to play with my hand on the other. But I'm having a good time. And then we get to this gigantic, it was like a clearing, and off of the clearing on one side, sort of overlooking this path we want to get through, is a giant sphinx. This is the story sphinx. And
Oh, I thought you meant like an actual like sphinx. I was like, oh my god, we're
no,
gonna
you
fight a sphinx.
no, a statue of one, if you will, a giant
That's good.
statue.
Def Tart, hello.
Terrifying, terrifying red eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is creepy.
I know you've missed a lot of movies. To appease the Sphinx, so what the Sphinx is like, you've entered the ancient forest.
It's Olmec from Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Ooh. If you want to pass, because I'm sort of bored here, and I just got these dinosaurs running around, and they're sort of boring too. They just grunt. And, I want to hear a story, and each one of you has to tell me the most amazing story. And when you do, roll your. I will decide whether or not that story is true.
It has to be a true story.
We can start. We can go reverse order here. How about you? You, Mischief, small one.
I Mischief walk up to the Sphinx and say, have you ever heard the tale of Darth Sidious the Wise? It's not a story the
Go
dinosaurs
on.
would tell you. Darth Sidious was once so powerful, he could control the Force. He could even control life and death. But he could not prevent his own. Truly a tragedy of the Jedi and the Sith.
Interesting. Interesting story. Reminds me of stories I once told as a child. I like you, little one. So here, have this string of old beads.
Oh, thank you.
I found it in a garbage pile.
Same.
One of the dinosaurs must have been rummaging through it, but I think you'll find it useful. And you, lanky one.
Oh God. Oh, a true story. Kiwi Rob, thank you for the host.
Thanks for the host.
By the way, you can win this game by entering our giveaway. Exclamation mark giveaway. Well, I'm just vamping while I think of a story. Oh my gosh.
Yes, we're giving away this game once we're done.
I think the Sphinx is getting bored. I don't know how the Sphinx
No,
is
okay,
feeling
sorry.
about the
Okay,
story.
so I want to tell you the story of the last time that we came to this forest.
You've been here before?
I'm telling on you.
Yes.
Danger.
There's a well in the center of the forest, and they say that a species of frog that only exists here in the forest guards it and is the keeper.
Frogs.
of the well.
This doesn't sound very realistic to me.
It's a real thing that happened to me.
I knew you'd never
Boy.
been here before. Danger,
I
you've
have-
never been here.
Lived here for all of eternity. There is no well. Well of lies.
Wow.
Uh,
Rude.
I will curse your toe, and it will be painful for this entire journey to help you remember your lies and your well of lies.
I don't need help remembering
I
my
pat
lies.
Danger on the shoulder and say, I've never been more disappointed in you in my life.
Me? Are you?
Mhm.
Do you do this?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you can fly, which as a Sphinx you may not be able to, but
I'm sort of,
someone
I'm
who's-
sort of stuck here, but
as
go
someone
on.
who has flown before, if you fly straight up and go to the oh no!
That's what happens.
Amazing.
If you fly too close to the sun, you can only get burned.
Yeah. Well, Praveen fixes it.
Just pop it on.
I don't lie well.
That's how amazing my story is.
That's what
Um,
flying looks like.
Well done.
True story.
It's because the threads are broken on that camera.
Oh, that's the. Anyway, if you fly straight up.
So you fly straight up, second star to the right, and straight on to morning. You'll find this magical land where nobody ages and everyone can be kids forever.
Roll again.
Reroll. Oh no.
Girl, I am already ageless, and there is no such land. I'm sorry, but you too will be cursed in your toe
Oh, ow.
and have to walk and deal with it.
Have to walk and do
But go ahead. You may continue along your way now that you've told me your stories.
Thanks, Sphinx.
it.
Is
Who's
it my
the
turn?
best now,
Is it
Mom?
me? It's me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you're the best, and to prove it, what does treasure roll mean at the bottom?
When you succeed, you get to roll the die.
Oh, okay. So we move past the Sphinx and go deeper into the forest, and we notice that the light that was coming in through the trees gets darker and darker and darker, and we enter another clearing, and it seems like the forest has almost changed. There's little vegetation, and we start to smell this deep smell of sulfur, and we look out.
Mischief. Come on.
What'd you do?
She farted.
It's not polite to say. It's not polite to say it out
Oh.
loud, okay?
Excuse me. And we look out, and it's kind of this barren, rocky land with very little vegetation.
I was just setting the mood, you guys.
In fact, it reminds me of those scary movies where it showed
Have you seen
the
any
Earth.
movies?
No, it shows the Earth right after the meteorite hit and all the dinosaurs were dying, which brings back memories or thoughts of this scary T-Rex and what he could look like in this environment.
So you're terrified?
It's a terrifying story.
Oh.
And as we walk forward, we see the volcano, and it's just starting to erupt. And
That
not
escalated
just-
very quickly.
oh, did I say there was a volcano? There's a volcano. Sorry, in my mind there's a volcano. I can see it. I didn't tell you. There is a volcano, and we hear a rumbling, and lava starts spewing from the top of the volcano. But also the earth around us cracks open, and we see magma, and we jump to the side just as we're about to fall in. So here we're on volcano, and now I just roll. Right?
Yes.
Or you're attempting to jump.
I guess I'm attempting to get out of the way of this treacherous terrain.
You rolled a 1, audience.
If I use this, can I?
Yeah, you'll explain it and then you reroll. So you'll take this.
Okay, so I attempt to jump out of the way, but my shoe has already kind of melted,
And your toe hurts.
and my toe hurts, and my shoe's
The curse of the
melted into
Sphinx.
the rock below me. So I pull my foot out and I jump again with just my bare sock because I'm danger, and that's the way I roll. No pun intended.
So you even more risky, right?
Wait, what happened? So
So you're
You get
doubling
to-
down even further.
I have to do it again.
Yeah, but you get a bonus again too.
Okay, so then my other shoe is stuck. As I try to jump, I fall back down by
I'm
my
standing
ankle.
on the other side, just going, "Danger, you idiot! Take your shoes off."
Okay, I'm out of the other shoe, and I take a leap across the lava.
You get
You.
So hold on. So you're at 2. Can you use your spray bottle while you're?
I don't think it. Oh, I see.
You always get that.
Okay. So, at this point, I am just stuck on the other side. I'm about to jump, and the chasm is just too wide. I feel weighted down. So,
Wait, does that help him? Because this is 2.
So what's going to happen is he'll have 3 points, and then one of us will have to help him
Oh.
Yeah.
the rest of the way.
So I have the spray bottle kind of tucked into my belt loop, and it's just throwing me off. So I toss the spray bottle aside, and I make another leap toward the other side of the lava.
Hey, you gonna help him?
So
With my arms
as,
stretched out.
as Danger leaps, I reach across the chasm. Danger, come to me! And at the last moment, I pull my arm back.
I stick my and I just push my hand or what? Who are you, Mischief? I push Mischief aside and I put my stick out for you to hold on to, cause I have a big old stick. It's
Magic.
just for flavor.
Yeah.
2
Does
minus
that work?
1.
Correct. So that
That
would
makes
get you
it.
at 4. Yeah, you get it. And this goes away after. So so you reach out with the stick.
I grasp
Grab
the
hold,
stick,
Danger. And I just I pull
and
you
I
up.
fall on my face with no more shoes, bare socks touching the earth.
That's okay. Shoes are dumb anyway.
And I noticed that when my hand hits the ground below me crumbles, and my arm is stuck, and I feel something in there, and I reach in and I pull. It's kind of dumb.
You pull out a what?
A bow and arrow.
The volcanic bow of
Yeah,
power.
I guess that's whatever. So I was gonna be like, it's a little rock. Okay, so, it's a whole bow and arrow. I was clearly not expecting that. And that was neat. And
then
screw
use
you,
it
mister.
to-
And then I fall into the lava.
My stick did that because it's magic. What did you find?
As I stand over Danger laughing about his lost shoes and his general misfortune before finding the bow, I look back into the hole from which he has pulled this mystical object, and I find something I would never imagine in my wildest dreams, but is everything I've ever
Another
wanted.
bow and arrow.
I find a cornucopia of treats.
What the
hidden in
heck?
rocks.
The Candyland.
What?
Oh my god.
I told you this place is magical.
What does this mean?
All I got was a bow and
Roll
arrow.
the search die.
Yeah. So roll this die.
Oh.
Right. So you're gonna
Yeah.
go check it out.
That's what this treasure at the end should have been.
Oh. And then you got the.
Oh. I reach in and I find the largest Twix bar I've ever seen. The candy of candies. The truly delicious treat of kings.
Are these like the giant ones they sell at?
No, this is
7-Eleven?
like a double family size. Like enough to
What?
feed a family of 6.
We're saved, guys.
And she's not gonna share anything.
No way. That is all me.
It's like
I take
bigger
it
than
and I
her.
immediately start stuffing my face. I licked the entire bar. Oh, sorry. You can have it if you want. And then we continue on our journey as I walk along my distended belly filled with candy.
All right. Is this one I'm supposed to be playing? The path?
Yeah, this is right.
I say to Danger, wow, that was a magical rock crevice. Never seen anything like that.
So, there's a lot of like random things around this forest, and
We're not in the forest anymore. We've now.
we're
We're in a
we're in a volcano. Okay, so I pulled you out, and then you found candy,
Forest
and I was like, Mischief, I want candy. Give me some, and you were just like, no. And
You
I
got your Cheerios. You're already full.
pushed off. It was
Want a
a
bow
little
and
bit
arrow?
of like battling between the two young girls, and I fall back, and my elbow goes into some magma.
What?
And I take a staggering blow.
No.
I'm not sure how I would survive that.
Like, you don't have an arm anymore? It's fine.
As you,
It's like
as
my
you,
elbow,
as
but
the
I'm
very
fine.
tip of your elbow hits
Yeah,
Oh,
it,
magic
that's
stick,
true.
right?
I reach forward and grab you.
But this is a roll.
I just mean
Oh,
in
true.
your story.
My whole arm would have gone in if it wasn't for my magic stick that like fell across the opening and like held me in. It was just my elbow that went in there. I think I need 2 of these actually. But yeah, I'm burnt. Like my whole elbow has been burnt and it hurts. But
Your toe
And
and
your
your
toe
elbow,
hurts.
like.
and my toe doesn't hurt anymore.
Like compared to
Toes
like
fine.
like my arm in magma, like the toe.
So, I mean, I'm done, folks.
Man,
Sorry.
you're boring.
I'm sorry. But volcano, and it's crazy,
And
and
giant
hot, and sweating, and my feet hurt.
Game Boy battery died.
And I've got this big boom box, and we haven't been able to listen to good music. It's not working anymore. And then underneath us, I just see this growing. It looks like lava, but it's not because it's like moving, and there's all these little things, and there's more. What?
Candy.
More and more. No, it's actually now I see it's come from that cornucopia you just left on the ground. And there's this swarm of fire ants.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
Thanks,
I'm all
Mischief.
sticky too. They're gonna come for me.
Good.
But, you know, I'm looking around and I'm like, wait. There's got to be a music tune that can calm.
Just pure bass to shake them.
Actually, I was thinking Ace of Base, right? Put it on, and they all start dancing.
It's like-
Same.
It's like a light show. They're turning the fires on and off. It's like disco. And they let us go. Let us pass.
It's nice of them.
They raise their fingers in this shape and say, "Rock on, dudes."
Rock on.
This is an ant as well.
That's a fox.
Foxy ants. What does the ant say?
That's a new song. Okay, so I grabbed a card.
Mhm.
Oh, we're getting close, guys. I revealed. Do we talk? Do we?
Well, no, so we'll do this, and then he's kicking
Okay.
it off.
Okay, so we kind of carry adventure away from the volcano. We head back into the clearing from whence we came. But we think we're going on the same path to get us back to the entrance, but we ended up getting lost.
I
And
just thought we were already lost.
I bet Danger's
More
leading us again.
lost.
First, you take us to Triceratops. Now we're just lost.
we make our way down a narrow path, and at the end of it, we find a small cabin
In the woods.
in the woods. and we decide to go in because, maybe they have some medical supplies and maybe even some food, a place to rest.
I'm
And we
full.
find
I don't
out
need it.
that
I don't know about
so
this. I'm
hungry.
that
I'm
it's
good to
not
go.
when we go in. It's not just a regular cabin. It's actually a fully fledged laboratory. There are dinosaur parts, like skeletons all over. There are dinosaur eggs in little incubators, beakers with different chemicals bubbling.
What's going on in this forest?
Let's see, and the search dice is this right?
Yeah.
And we look around all over the tables with all the sundry parts.
Obviously, we're touching everything. We're children.
Look, I'm poking the brains. Look at
And we see a file that says top secret Tyrannosaurus Rex file, and we open it and we see the specification of why. Painted Meeple, thank you for the host. We see a description of this beast and what it's capable of, and it basically says that
Death.
the Tyrannosaurus Rex was under control and ended up eating the scientists that started the entire
Oh, no.
forest.
Oh no!
Not again!
Oh no, you guys.
And we know that if we have to face this Tyrannosaurus Rex, that we're in grave danger.
Good thing one of us can read, guys.
And then,
That's the end for me, right?
Yeah.
I have a quick question. What do these actually do, by the way?
so in a moment, you will let us know how the Tyrannosaurus Rex
Yes.
enters. And then, right now it was a 5, but since it's a 4-player game, he's a 14. But it says, T-Rex gains +1 star for each sibling and for each fear counter it possesses. So, he is going to be a 17.
Oof.
Well, Miss Chef, what you got? What comes next?
As Danger is putting the file back on the table, I hear something in the background. Guys, do you hear that? It sounds like a low rumbling. There's a cup of water on the
I was gonna say,
counter.
is there a glass of water? No, the
Starts
beakers. The
rippling.
beakers.
Water shaking up and down. Guys, hide! It's the Tyrannosaurus Rex. It breaks in through a giant Jurassic Park logo on the wall. The wall explodes and it roars. Just its mouth gaping, blood and other things dripping out of its mouth. And we all split up and run our own directions. But I have my superhero cape on, so I know I'm taking this thing on. You guys all go your own ways. But I'm like, not this time, monster. I already faced down Triceratops, and now I'm coming for you. So I sprint at it, and I try to jump on its tail as it's shaking around and chasing after the other kids.
Make sure to use all your stuff as well.
Yes. Second one. So I jump on its tail, and first I go for the beads. I wrap the beads into a makeshift lasso with the superhero cape, and I spin it around my head, cowboy style, and I throw it at the spikes along its neck, and I climb up there, and I just go to town on it. I'm wailing on its head, distracting it while everyone's trying to find tools to take it down.
I'm
And
obviously
I just beat
using
it down.
my magic stick. I have some,
Is this now we can find out what it
this
does?
is my moment.
What the magic is?
And it glows slightly.
Yeah, so this
Ooh.
cancel out. So 6.
Ah.
Wow.
That's the highest I can roll. So, but the T-Rex is obviously old. I don't know where we are, but it's definitely full grown and apparently traveled through time. So my magic stick glows in the face of danger and adventure, and I will use that to swing at. But except I have -2.
So, in essence, that would negate that.
Yeah.
And then,
So I have a 3.
so you're up lassoing and doing your thing and adventure, smacking at this T-Rex stick, and he's like, "Roar, chomp, chomp, chomp. And ooh, that wasn't a roll. And so I feel like there's enough time here. You guys got it under control. I want to do a little research, so I pop open my game and I start playing. And I'm playing.
Pops open the Pokedex.
Pokedex. I'm
What's
thinking,
on
I'm
this
like,
one?
T-Rex. And it turns out it's not all that useful, but it does remind me of my favorite game, which was Zelda. And this room is full of it, and I'm getting inspired, and I'm thinking of the rupees, and then I'm thinking about my shiny stone. And so I grab the shiny stone, and I'm like moving around.
As you're doing that, I'm yelling, "Not the stone!"
And the T-Rex stops paying attention to you two, sort of like eyeing that stone. And I'm like, this is the moment. And so I toss the stone up into the air towards danger.
And I see the stone. I'm at a distance. It's flying, so dinosaur's here. The stone's flying. It eclipses the dinosaur's head. I reach back, grab the bow and arrow, and I release the arrow straight at the stone, straight at the T-Rex. And the arrow pierces through the stone. It breaks into hundreds of little shards that fly into the T-Rex's face.
I think that was enough.
Into a shimmering glow.
Into a shimmering glow.
How much
We
do
made
got?
like a disco of the
Yeah.
glowing stick.
Yeah, we hear like
I'm dancing up
tinkling,
there,
we hear
like-
this like tinkling sound as the rest of the shards like slowly flow like large snowflakes.
The
back
ants
to
come
the-
by, and they're like,
We hit the boom box.
Yeah.
They brought it back.
so why don't you tell us why are we here?
Oh, Adventure's like, and then she runs to the back.
Am I gonna be mad? Adventure, am I gonna be mad? Yes or no? Oh, the answer is yes. I just destroyed a priceless rock.
Guys, my sandwich, we got it back.
Oh my god.
I feel pity that we've now killed like a priceless monster because it just wanted to protect its sandwich. It just wanted lunch.
Guys, I was really hungry.
We had a cornucopia of candy. Oh my god, we had all the garbage.
Look, you were the one who shot it at the gem. It's treasure, guys.
So I think
I
it's time to
leave.
go.
I walk out.
Well, but before you go, on the way we get to pick up our favorite treasure to take along with us, and
No, I can't see.
I'm feeling that game. The stone's been destroyed. I'm gonna take that handheld game. I feel like that's good, and I'm gonna head on home. And what do you take?
I take the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Can I take the Tyrannosaurus?
You could befriend it,
Let's see.
After killing
perhaps the
it.
bow, but
I mean,
you know.
it's clearly a vegetarian.
Wait, is it? Can I only take an
so-
item?
Yeah, treasure.
Take the staggering
Treasure.
blow. I want some of that. No, don't do it.
So because there's only one sandwich and I'm quite hungry, I grab the cornucopia of treats.
Do you
Not
want
like
half my
this.
sandwich?
No, I'm good.
You have to choose between your sandwich and your
Oh, well,
magic
I
stick.
was very hungry after our adventure, so I ate the sandwich.
Oh.
Alright, like you use like cat. We literally almost died for that, and you're like,
No, no. I'm obviously keeping my glowing stick.
yeah, and the magic
Got
stick is
magic
really
power.
good.
Still angry about losing my cornucopia of treats, but basking in the glow of victory over this horrendous monster. I take the one thing that signifies our victory, and I wrap my superhero cape back around my shoulders, throw up my arms in the air, and proceed out the laboratory, back into the forest.
And so we make our way home, and when we get home, Mom and Dad, they're finally up, and they're like, Mischief, we got a surprise for you. And they pull out this gigantic, supersized Twix bar. And they're
Yes!
like, we do this
I was
as your
just getting
favorite.
hungry.
And we all enjoy our... Oh, you already ate the sandwich.
I did,
Um, and we all get sugar comas and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Sounds good. We lived happily ever after with a cornucopia of treats. Like, gain a couple 100 pounds.
And we all
no
live
big deal.
inside the cornucopia of treats forever.
With the fire
Diabetes
ants.
for everybody.
We did it, guys.
Yeah.
The siblings trouble.
Awesome. And so there are, and there are 3 other adventures, right?
Right. So within each adventure, there are way more cards.
Okay.
Each deck then you could use. So like the Neanderthal, the man-eating plants,
Oh my
the
gosh.
tiger. There's a lot of things that we didn't get
We
to
just
here.
got all the dinosaurs.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I thought it was all dinosaurs.
Yeah.
No. Then so this is sort of prehistoric animals and dinosaurs here. Then the abandoned junkyard is
That's the one I picked.
robots and rats.
You have to admit that's kind of cool.
I guess.
We'll have to play again.
Yeah. And then there's 2 more. So you have these are all based on where you go have a different vibe to them. And then you have different.
What's in the Mystic Water? Now I just need to know. Like, is it mermaids and sharks?
Yeah,
and
well,
stuff?
it's sea animals and then it's mermaids, but there's actually Mayhem of Atlantis, Danger
That
of
looks
Atlantis,
awesome.
Mischief, and Adventure. So
Oh,
there's
my
another
God.
crew
Oh,
of
that's so
characters
cool.
in there. And there's actually the Queen. And you didn't notice this, but the epic that you just so casually flipped away, these are good for future games you can play with. So for the PB&J, you start a game and you put like 4 tokens on it and anyone can take a bite.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Different things for different cards. But yeah, and you just mix it up, and
I
so
ate the whole thing.
You
Rude.
ate 4 stars.
I would never do something like
Attention.
that.
You ate 4 stars.
what we found is even when you're playing in the same location, right? Whoever comes, what character they're playing, the way the story goes, like it always feels different.
Well, let's do our debrief. And for everyone watching, you can enter to win a brand new copy of this game of your very own. You can try some of the other adventures. You can try this one with some of the new cards. Use your tilts. So !tilts and the number. Oh, sorry. !tickets and the number, and you will spend the tilts that you've earned in the stream to enter to win this game. And you can do up to 25 tickets. So we will do our debrief, and at the end we will draw the winner. So please enter now. So we tend to do a debrief at the end of the game. We can do a little more freeform. Like, what did everyone think of the game? Do you want to go first, Slaughter?
This is obviously my style of game. When I think this was, you had given us a couple copies for TwitchCon to, I think it was TwitchCon, to do in our play to win segment. And when I saw it, I was like, I'm so excited we have to bring this on stream. It'll be so much fun because I love storytelling games. Like anytime we're like, let's do an RPG or something like that, that's usually me saying that. And so I really like this because I love the like kid feeling, the like I'm gonna go play a child and.
Well, I feel like your D&D characters usually are younger.
Yeah.
At least the ones I've seen. I mean, I've only seen a few, but.
Yeah, they definitely are. I mean, I think both of you actually in our D&D campaign played old crotchety guys, but
Just like in real life.
Full of childlike wonder.
Flower is very like free spirited. So for me, I love the art. I love the theme.
Yeah.
I love this is a game. I was like, guys, we gotta play this on stream.
I liked it. I mean, I guess I should say like the way I was thinking about it, I was less interested in like the rolls I got, because even if I got a bad roll, it was still fun because that was something like an out of left field, like, oh no, I need to like change the story I had in my head. I don't know. To me, it was kind of like a really fun like one shot almost.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had a ton of fun making up the story, and I liked how the story like jumped from person to person, and it made sense. And I had a ton of fun.
I just wanted to, my favorite comment about this is, normally when we play the role-playing games, they're like, I don't know how to describe it, they're not always like real world, but they're very serious and focused. Like if you're playing like Betrayal, then everything is thematically close to it, or if you're like just playing a straight up like a D&D or like a sci-fi one-shot, like they stay thematically close to it, but just because the focus of this game is just, the childhood adventure kind of setting, I like that it was very freeform. Like, I really didn't expect it to be random dinosaurs. Like, I expected it to be like, oh, woodland creature that we're going to run into. I was like,
ancient forest.
Yeah.
I just love the contrast between, like, I'm a kid, I've got this spray bottle, I'm going to go take on this T-Rex. Like, it was just, I just really like the theme, and it's very fun because I haven't like. You brought up Goonies, and like I haven't seen that kind of like. It's a very like 90s kind of thing. Like I kind of miss it, so I really enjoyed playing it for that reason.
Cool.
And I like that you kind of build a structure to the story with the cards, and I liked that we didn't know what the thing was. I think it was much more fun. I don't know, and then you could even just say like, "Oh, we're not going to show what that is." I think that was just a really fun thing, and yeah, I like the idea of like the big secret cards.
I love that card design. Just the big secret for me like is just. That's literally like that was my childhood is writing in those composition notebooks, which I hated because they didn't even open all the way. Like there's so many things that were wrong with them, but
Praveen's having like
traumatic
no,
flashbacks.
it's all that. And there's these have a big range too. Like you have the Secret Agent's Secret, the old library book, A Thief in the Night, a threatening letter. So like candy wrapper quote. So it definitely. I mean, the freeform nature really lets you sort of have fun, right? It is that sort of filler. It's not that quick, but like one shot, just play, do wacky. Like it's not heavy, right?
I think it resonated with me too, because like the threats were like the threat of the ants was like equivalent with the threat of the dinosaur. And it was like as a child, like that's exactly how it would have felt. Like ew, bugs run.
Ants, fire ants hurt.
I would not. I'd much rather Tyrannosaurus.
Just another minute to enter. ! Tickets.
Yeah, we'll give you like
Tickets.
1 more minute.
Tickets.
I really like. So with these, I find what I like is that this one's very freeform, because sometimes when you play, what is the RPG where a deck is your DM essentially. This one didn't feel like. It felt more storytelling, which I find you don't always get with the your deck as a DM, whereas this one. We did have like the freedom to tell our own story, and the deck I didn't feel like was dictating it. It was just like, and here's your improv hint, go, which I really liked.
Yeah, we ended up calling it a storytelling game for that reason, right? That it's not, some people who don't like it as much are people who are like looking for a like very mechanically chunky sort of like it's really interesting die rolling dynamics, right? And it's like, well, there are those games, but this one is really more towards just tell a story and have some fun.
And it was I also like that there was with the dice it could complicate your story, but then you suddenly find an item during one of your rolls, and I don't know, it's a nice light game. It was really fun. It was really creative. It's not at all. This group can turn a cooperative game into something like very contentious, and I don't think that.
Note who that comment is coming from. I will just put that statement out there.
Says the one who's like, "I'll help you." Nope.
Yeah.
I was playing to my role. I had to get it in there.
Yep.
Yeah. Awesome.
To be fair though, I didn't know the mechanic properly, so I was like, I'm gonna give up my superhero cape for this. So we had to give up an item to buff their role.
Yeah.
So when did this come out? How long has this been out?
It's been out for a while. Man, I gotta get my year. So it is 18. Sunset. So 17 was Herbie. It came out in 16.
Are there plans or is it open? I could see this being a great thing where you can buy an expansion pack or a new adventure, a new set of adventure cards. Is that
it was something we thought about. There's actually in here, you can make your own character cards too.
Oh.
You just have to pick your ability. But we have plans for it and ideas. It was a game that, interestingly enough, I can sort of talk about it in the past. It sort of fit in a weird place in the marketplace because it's not just some party game and it's not a role-playing game. And as I mentioned, there's only about 20 left, but it was, what I've come to learn having done a lot of games now is, if you're not running another Kickstarter, it's sort of expensive to reprint and all that, right? So one of the things Pencil First Games is doing is we're going back now and going back to our original games and updating them and doing new Kickstarters. So later this year we'll do a Liftoff, Get Me Off This Planet reprint expansion game, and that was the first game I did. And so then Gem Pack cards and then Sibling Circle. So probably maybe next year we'll do a new print and then probably do adventure packs with just different locations or like an item pack.
I could do them in like booster packs.
That's
I know, that would
Maybe,
be
like, open
so
up Pokemon
fun.
cards
I'm
and,
like,
let's go.
oh, I used
That
to
was
play
the best part is
CCGs.
just opening the pack too.
Where's the rare? Do I get a rare?
My kids still do that pretty regularly.
The rare is the treasure that you get at the end.
That is true. The rare is the. I would say good call on the face down sandwich. Yeah,
I saw it and I was like, this is hilarious, but you guys are not allowed to see this because you're like, we're not going.
yeah, I'd be like, you know what?
Forget it.
You know what?
T-Rex. Maybe
Yeah.
another day.
It's what was important to her.
That's very true. Well, this was awesome. Thanks so much for doing this. So,
Sure.
last chance. Exclamation mark tickets and a number, and you can enter to win one of the last few copies.
Come on, Daftar. We're playing Yu-Gi-Oh
until the
over
reprint.
here. There's no Pokemon cards on this stream.
Yeah, no Pokemon cards. And while you're getting your last tickets in, we'll quickly talk about what's coming up. Next week, we are playing Magic Maze.
Whoa!
Oh, wait, you're
I'm
not,
not
here.
next week.
Wait, that was so planned. We're playing this amazing. Oh wait, you're not.
You're gone for 2 weeks, though, Slaughter?
No, just one. We'll play off stream, or we'll bring it back.
Yeah, we'll bring it. I
Another
mean,
stream.
I honestly, I will play that anytime. We're playing Magic Maze, and then we'll also announce our March schedule, I believe, next week. Is that correct? Or is that in 2 weeks? What's after Magic Maze?
Zephyr Winds of Change.
Zephyr Winds of Change.
I'm super excited
Zephyr
for.
Winds of Change.
Wait, Deftari, you didn't play Magic Maze with us, right? No, that was at PAX.
PAX.
PAX Unplugged.
Yes. Yeah.
Are you going to be at any what conferences or conventions are you going to this year?
I think a number. Let me think. So, going to be at the Gamma Trade Show. That's mostly industry things. I'll be at GDC. That's not really board games. And then there's Origins, KuboCon, which is local. DungeonCon is coming up, which is also local. That's this weekend, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah. So that's up in San Ramon, and KuboCon's in what's that? Millbrae, and then Gen Con and a few others.
PAX Unplugged.
PAX Unplugged.
TwitchCon.
I would have, I wanted to go to PAX Unplugged, but this last year it was again overlapping BGG Con, and
Is it still in the same
It's not.
weekend?
It's not. I think it's in December now. So it's now far enough out that I was like, I don't need to worry about this just yet.
Oh,
A
I
lot of
actually
people
liked
went
the
to-
weekend it was there because it's like I fly home to Ohio for Thanksgiving, and it was like the weekend before that, so I flew to Philly and then home and then back. It was like perfect.
Yeah, I went to
But-
Toronto after PAX.
I was. You guys weren't. Were you at PAX South? I was at PAX South.
I have been every year, but this year, which was not actually didn't have a booth at PAX South this year. We will be at PAX East and PAX
Yeah,
West.
I've never been to PAX South. PAX West every year.
PAX South is nice. It's like very small. I love San Antonio. It's like a nice little
Yeah,
area.
super chill.
It's also like the original tabletop PAX, right?
Well, now and it's it's something like 40 or 50% tabletop now. So tabletop's taking it over. They
Wow.
were talking about doing another one as well, or at PAX West having its own like area.
They always have it, but I would say PAX Unplugged was just really nice. It was huge. It was granted it was my first board game only convention.
What was it? What game did you play there you enjoyed the most?
Magic Maze. But we played it for 6 hours all night. We were up to 4 in the morning playing it.
I have not played it, but I picked up One Deck Dungeon while I was there, and so
Nice.
that's kind of been a hit for John and I.
Awesome. I just played and reviewed 5 Minute Dungeon, which is very
Oh.
different. But if you haven't
Yeah.
played 5 Minute Dungeon, that game's awesome.
Let's go. Oh,
Oh, sorry.
okay. Box is
Do we
going
want to
over,
actually
guys.
show off the one that's coming up in the Kickstarter?
Sure.
Again, we'll
For
put
those
that
who
on.
joined in after, heroes welcome.
We played Siblings Trouble, which you can already see.
See, I'm excited for. I'm really
Let's
excited
put
for
this
this
one
one
up.
because I just love the theme of Heroes Dungeon. Or Heroes Welcome.
Heroes welcome.
Yeah,
Merchants
the
of
theme sounds really
Dragon
cool.
Reach. And actually, this one's really neat because if I can open it here. Dun, dun, dun. You have the. Let's see if I have one. Where? They better be in here. Are they? No. Okay, there. So as I said, you're running your little shops on the board, and instead of sort of, worker placement meeple stuff, you have little clothes signs. So you'll go in and you'll.
Oh, they stand up. Oh, they're
Yeah,
3D.
yeah, hold on.
Oh, gosh.
If I can get it bet. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. These are prototype pieces, but there we go.
Oh my gosh. Do you see this?
Closer.
Do you see this, folks? It's a close sign. Oh. And it stands up on its own.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the tree.
So you're coming back to play this with us too?
Sure. Sure.
In March during the Kickstarter. Looks fun.
Yeah, this one's cool.
Okay, guys, get your tickets in right now! !tickets and a number, and you can win a copy of the Siblings Trouble that we just played. You can try the 3 other adventures.
Yeah.
Really fun role-playing game. Are you entering, Praveen?
I've been disallowed. I've asked previously, but I've been told vigorously
I mean,
I'm not allowed to win.
last time Joel entered as a joke and then won.
Yeah.
So we had to roll
He
again.
put in like 1 ticket, and you ended up winning.
No, he bought 25 tickets.
I also brought a gift for you guys to play.
Oh.
Ooh.
Murder. This is the second edition, Murder of Crows. This was. The
I love
third.
it because it looks like the Transatlanticism album cover.
Murder of Crows was the first game I ever worked on, and they just recently, it was a smaller deck box, and they just recently printed a tarot set and stuff. But I thought you all would enjoy playing it together.
And you always bring
Yeah.
the games with the most beautiful artwork. This is actually like, I don't know why I like that picture so much.
You haven't
but
even
it's
seen the
really
cards
attractive.
yet, man.
Just
we
like,
open it?
so look at
It says someone was murdered. You guys,
If
this
you
is.
look at the back, it's just like, the theme is very
You said they're tarot
neo-Gothic
card
and
size
beautiful.
too,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
Yeah, these are. So Murder of Crows. Everyone is set out to spell the word murder, and as you're spelling the word murder, you're trying to stop other people and do stuff. But as murder's being spelled, the murder most foul, get it, is changing
Those are
because
nice.
there's a story that's written across the bottom of the cards, and so once you finally spell murder, you get to reveal it, and it changes every card that plays, and it's super cool. That's it. So
Those
these
are-
are all the.
I love the size.
Yeah, it's a really
the
great
tarot
size for
card.
this one.
I don't know if you wanna hear.
Yeah.
So you can see each one is something that happened or a person, and it'll reveal it.
Okay, well, we will put this on our list of things to play.
You guys will enjoy it.
Looking forward to it.
It's like a 20-minute type of filler game.
Nice.
Awesome.
Oh man, this one's, look at that.
Well, if you like,
The classic little outhouse in the woods.
it's
Alright.
like out of our story. Okay, we're gonna,
We're
do the giveaway now.
You're out of time.
Give it away!
That's it. Last chance. I'm counting down, and then I'm gonna wait 20 seconds because of the delay. 5, 4, 3,
Gonna wait 20 seconds, pauses 3
2,
seconds.
1.
ASMR drum roll, please.
Okay. How about a whisper? We're gonna wait like 20 seconds for the delay. Okay, and the winner is Changeling Turnup. Please say hello in chat to claim your prize. Yeah!
Congratulations.
So you will get your own brand new copy of the Siblings Trouble, and we will be in contact to get your information to get that game to you.
Probably you'll hear from Axel Hellfire.
Yes, either from Axel Hellfire. So yeah, we had a great time playing this game. Please check us out next week for maybe Magic Maze. Maybe we'll move it.
That would be very kind of you.
Yes, and we don't have a Kickstarter link, but do we have a site or something for?
Yeah, you should.
For your Twitter.
My Twitter's @ebaraf, and pencilfirstgames.com. But for Heroes Welcome, if you're curious about it, you should just be able to look it up on Facebook. But I think it's Heroes, Facebook/Heroes Welcome Game.
Okay.
And you can see more of the art and things that are going on. Herbaceous Sprout is Herb Game, and Skull Hollow, I think, is Skull Hollow. They're all
Herb Game, you're gonna have a bunch of this is not what I thought I was following.
Oh man! So that game really, I think it was on Twitch. The Penny Arcade guys played it, live streamed. I'm pretty sure it was on Twitch, and that entire 20 minutes, half an hour of playing that game was non-stop herb jokes the entire game.
Well, this is
And
California.
pun after pun after pun. It's a pretty fun video to watch. Anyway.
Awesome. Well, and thanks so much for coming in and showing us this game. We're looking forward to the Heroes Welcome Kickstarter. That's drops next month? Is there a specific date?
March
March
27th.
March.
No,
27th?
it's
you were
so close.
close. I was
March
close.
27th for Veen.
Come on.
And we hope to have you back to try that game out too.
Sure.
Thanks to everyone that tuned in today. Thanks for entering the giveaway. We will, of course, have more chances in the future. So stay tuned. We will announce our game soon. It's probably Magic Maze. We might swap it. Slaughter can play. Again, and thanks so much. We had a ton of fun playing. We will see you all next week here at 7 p.m. And we are going to raid someone. So there's the Heroes Welcome Game Facebook link.
Thank you.
Do click that. And we're going to raid who, Jordan? We are raiding the 20 side of life.
And they're doing a giveaway right now, so you can go over there and have another chance to win something.
Yeah, okay, Slaughter for Magic Maze. I think we might do that. Thanks, everyone. Join the raid. Let them know where you came from.
Wish them a happy Valentine's Day.
Grab the copy pasta.
So use this code.
Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Bye, everyone.
Raid.
Thanks for coming.
Raid.
Hugs and kisses. That's the thing people say on Valentine's Day.
Bisous. Bisous.
What?
Soup.